Hi beautiful black swans, I'm Edwina, your exclusive dating to marriage coach, and I'm here to help you navigate from being exclusively dating to getting that ring and getting down that aisle. And today, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment in the section. We'd like to hear your views. This topic is something that I could not wait to explore and discuss with you. I mean, is there anything such as the one? And this is a topic that so many women have been grieving over, losing sleep over, and it's caused them to sometimes not even get into the dating relationship space. And I wanted to explore this with you. Now, if there was just the one, the woman who's in an abusive relationship would have to suffer and endure being with this one guy in this relationship because she thinks that he is the one. If there was just the one, the single woman who's in the UK, the US, who is in Dubai, for example, will be thinking, how am I going to be located by this one person when there's billions of people around the world? Do you think that there is just the one person for you? So this is something we wanted to discuss. Now, as we're talking about this topic of the one, as Christians, sometimes we also discuss something called do not be unequally yoked. And sometimes that's with, if you're a Christian, do not be unequally yoked with somebody who is somebody of the same faith. But sometimes we have to go deeper and think, do I want to be together, yoked with somebody who doesn't have the same core beliefs as me, the same standards as me, maybe the same growing up patterns or background as me? And these are some of the things I wanted to explore. Seriously and personally, I don't really think that there is something as the one. When I was in my 20s, I believed in there is a soulmate, one soulmate for me. And then my 30s, I also believed there is a soulmate for me. In my 40s, I'm thinking, where is my one soulmate? I bet many of you are also thinking that also. And I had to come to this dun 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 moment where there are many different options for me. There are many good options, there are many best options, and there are the compatible options. And this is what I want to discuss with you. If you are somebody who's been hung up with, I must find the one, is he the one? And you're dating somebody and is he the one? I want to start asking you some questions. Research has shown that if you come from the same faith, it's easier and you tend to have a longer relationship. Don't get me wrong, I have seen some Muslims marry Christians, and I'm not here to challenge that. I'm just talking about what research shows and what research is showing for those long-standing relationships. And if you are making it work, kudos to you and well done. There are some people that have found out that me, myself being a Christian, I need to have somebody from the same faith. And it doesn't matter if they're a Catholic or they're a Pentecostal, I want to know, what is your relationship with God like? Do you pray? Do you fast? Do you give? Etc. There are certain principles in the faith of being a Christian that we need to explore. And those are the things you're going to live with, not just do they go to church. You may be a Muslim here also, maybe wanting somebody who's a Muslim also. And these are some of the things you also need to check. You may be an atheist who also wants somebody who's an atheist. But what if you're somebody who's encountered somebody who is of a different faith? That relationship can still work. But are you looking at each other's core needs? Do your core needs match? If I'm somebody that wants quality time and my partner does not respect that, that is not going to allow the relationship to work. If I'm somebody that likes affirmation and sweet words and my partner just likes to do things for me, there's going to be a bit of a mismatch. And backgrounds. Let's talk about backgrounds. I was looking at the Romeo and Juliet story. Everybody loves a good romance, don't you? Romance. Romeo and Juliet, the perfect love story. But guess what? They fell in love and their families had a long-standing war. Their families were at war with each other and they decided to fall in love. They were thinking that their love story will bring their families together. And what happened? They both ended up dying. Now, love and drama, some people like. But as we get older, we don't want drama. We don't want romance that leads to conflict. We want love and peace. If they had maybe looked at the backgrounds of their family, they may have considered maybe this love story may not be something we can consider. Maybe I don't have the energy to go through all of this fighting for this love that I am seeking. But I'm just using this as a narrative because again, there are some people who have gone through hell and high water because they've come from different backgrounds and their relationships are still standing. And again, well done to you, because we know that love conquers all. But we're looking at core needs. We're looking at same faith. We're looking at the same backgrounds. We're looking at how we are compatible. Now, the more you look at some of these things, you would understand that as you encounter life in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, 60s even, and beyond, you would notice that as soon as you get the ring, or as soon as you get into a relationship with somebody, men start coming to you, or men start being attracted to you for no reason. Have you ever experienced that? And you start thinking, is my partner really the one? Should I stay with him? This person at my workplace is really talking to me intellectually and talking to me about business and all these things. And the other person that I met on Facebook was complimenting me on how beautiful I am, and etc., etc., etc. These things will never stop. Why? Because they are good options, they are best options, and there's a compatible option. There's always going to be somebody that's going to spark our interest or set us on fire, as they would say. But once you've made a commitment with this person, you've made a choice, you've decided that this is your most compatible option, this is the decision that we stick by. And as I'm talking on this issue here about sticking by, you will soon realize that this person that you have chosen has some ugly parts. They have some parts that we don't like. They have some parts that frustrate us. They have some parts that get on our nerves. But because we have seen these ugly parts, because we have chosen to love them through, and they've chosen to love us through these parts, we now understand that this is compatible love. And this is the love, an unconditional love that God speaks of, that no matter what's going on with you, your broken parts, your ugly parts, the frustrating parts, you can love them through. And this is the thing I want you to really, really think on, about knowing that I have found the one. So I don't want you to start thinking, oh my goodness, does he set me on fire, and is he making my heart go, you know what I'm trying to say. I want you to be thinking about, this man has shown me his ugly parts, and I still love him. Will I still love him through? Will I still love him and accept him as he's accepted me? And as he has ticked all my core lists, my core needs, all my non-negotiables have been ticked off, and we are working on our desires together. I have now decided and realized I found the one. So I hope that this video really has helped you today to understand that there is not just the one. There are many ones. The good ones, the best one, and the compatible one. So let's hope and pray that you are with the most compatible one, that you love them through the ugly parts, the hard parts, the tough parts, and the frustrating parts. But most of all, you will love them unconditionally, because that is how you found out that you have found the partner and the one for you as a high value feminine woman. Thank you very much for watching.